It's crazy and low-key insane how often you hear about a teacher coming out that they done did something and messed around with their student, sent pictures, whatnot. It's scary, bro. It's scary, especially if you have kids and you're hearing this shit every week. I don't know what the hell happened. I remember when you never used to hear about this shit. Hold on. I remember when you never used to hear about this shit. It was like once every blue moon, the teacher, you know, got caught texting the student doing what. Now this shit's getting crazy. Hold on. Anyways, we got a video about Love for Law. Go ahead and like his video, like my shit. Subscribe to my shit. Only if y'all fuck with it though. Y'all know I ain't gonna force nothing. Anyways, let's get into it, bro.
Back when I was a child in high school, the most controversial thing that took place at my institute was a teacher being caught with, let's just say, graphic imagery of young individuals on his hard drives. Tons of it. Now, I did not have this instructor. A friend of mine actually did though, and they always told me like how shocking it was to find out this happened because that teacher was such a nice, cuddly, warm, amazing, good dude. Fast forward a little bit because I went to 2 different high schools actually, and in my other high school, a similar case happened, but except this time, the teacher had a real physical encounter with the student. And so
what makes people attracted to kids, bro? I could never look at a kid and be anything near attracted. What the fuck? It's nasty, bro. I don't even want to know what goes through their minds, bro.
after that, I remember thinking, am I cursed? Do I have like cursed energy? Do I have the freaking 9-tailed fox inside of me? I don't know. Freaking kryptonite?
Nigga, if you had chakra, you'd be using it to work at EQ ramen shop, bro. You're not no shinobi. Go ahead and cut that shit up.
I don't even know if that's how it works. I still gotta watch the Superman. Heard it was a good movie. But anyways, one of my middle school teachers actually had an entire wall with just a bunch of pictures of girls from the previous graduating class. Very, very fishy. Come to find out, I'm not actually cursed, and this is a very, very common experience. As a matter of fact, this happens so often that I ended up seeing an edit like a couple minutes ago about male teachers when it comes to being gay, a PDF, or being the greatest teacher you'll ever have. Because I guess being a PDF is that common. And I'll let y'all see the edit because, you know, it's LeBron James. Hey! There are plenty of posts like this, which I might play some examples for you. Now, after seeing posts like the previous ones, I ended up thinking, how common is this actually? It is estimated that about 10% of students will experience educator misconduct by the time they graduate high school. The term misconduct is relatively broad and it encompasses a variety of behaviors, including verbal, comments, jokes, exposure of parts, sharing wild images, crazy physical behaviors like touching, fondling, and all the, you know, extremely disgusting stuff. Which that means 1 in every 10 students will have reported some type of inappropriate incident. I don't know how big your classes were. In my schools, they were about 30 people per classroom, which means about every classroom, about 3 students will have had relations with a grown teacher. Now, some more interesting statistics regarding the studies. 11% of recent high school graduates have been victims. More specifically, 89% of the accused educators were males. 63% of incidents involved teachers, and 19% involved coaches and gym teachers. Coaches and gym teachers, bro. It was always gym teachers and like history teachers.
One thing I always found weird, bro, was a male coach for a female team. Like, I get you may be low on staff. You don't have anybody that really wants to fuck with it. But you got a grown-ass man. Especially volleyball. What? Volleyball coach? A male volleyball coach. You telling me not one female in that school could be a volleyball? You chose the nigga. You chose a grown-ass man as a volleyball coach. Or some high school girls, bro. Especially if they volunteer. No. That's a dead giveaway. Don't do that shit. I don't want to hear no, bro. Yes. Everybody's a suspect. I don't care how long that nigga's been working at the school, bro. If I have a daughter and she goes to school and she talking about, we just got a new volleyball coach. His name is Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith? Nah. Call up one of them, what they call, PTA meetings? Go ahead, call up, because I'm about to make a scene. You're not going to be a grown-ass man coaching a little girl's team. Sorry. No.
who were weird. I don't know. Something about them gym teachers. They be teaching us stretches and then they'll go to like the girl side. It was weird, bro. It was weird. Another article I seen from Business Insider says that they conducted an analysis of 388 disciplinary records of educators accused of misconduct. Of the 388, only 166 contained evidence that administrators conducted a thorough investigation on. So out of that 166 that they actually conducted an investigation on, only 4 of them were determined to be false accusations, which proves that false accusations don't happen nearly as much as, you know, actual real incidents, let's be honest. And out of those, 54 cases resulted in no disciplinary action. Not enough. We don't care. As the school board, we don't care. Principal, we don't care. 52 of them were reprimanded or briefly suspended. Brief suspension. My employee, my teacher, my colleague talked to some underage individuals. Don't do it again, all right? We'll see you next week. Make sure you have the lesson plan ready by Monday. Wow. That's a very harsh punishment. Cruel and unusual punishment, man. How dare you give them this much punishment? They shouldn't even been suspended at all, man. Obviously not. 10 were reassigned to new positions. Wow, what a PR move. You got caught in the act? God damn it, man. I like you, man. I liked you. Okay. You can't be a teacher? You know what? You could be a TA. Be the teacher's assistant. Or, you know what? Vice principal. I like that. I don't like that. 120 were allowed to retire or resign. So they're just like, all right, bro, just go ahead and retire, bro. We're not going to prosecute you. Chilling with your feet kicked up, drinking a pina colada on the beach. 60 of them were terminated, and the remaining outcomes were not disclosed. AKA, they are all in the White House. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't know where they are. They're not disclosed. I don't know where they are. They're not disclosed. Brief intermission. If you're enjoying the video so far, please make sure you sub to the channel. We're on the road to 200,000 subscribers. Also, make sure you sub to the second channel right here. Hey, hello, we're at 29,000, almost at 30K. So it would be awesome if you sub to that channel as well. Should be linked in the description or pinned in the comment section down below. Some other crazy statistics in case you're already not on the same page as me. It was a 53% increase for SA cases and a 99% increase from R word cases since 2016. It was found that only
unplugged my damn headset. Moving too damn much.
Reported the educator. So a lot of times students will go through stuff, and because they're young, because they don't know better, they don't really know what's right and what's wrong, or they just don't know how to go about it, or they don't have a trusted parent, guardian, or close friend group to really report this to.
If I ever worked at a school and I found out that one of my co-workers did anything to one of the kids and the school took action and they're still there working, like they just got a slap on the wrist, go ahead, fire me, bro, because I'm about to do something. That's like messing with kids is one of the most disgusting, like, cowardly things you could ever do, bro. On me. It's just nasty as fuck. Literally, a grown woman is better in every aspect, but a kid in school, get the fuck out my face.
A lot of times it seems like these educators go scot-free. And this perfectly explains what I was talking about, because a man who's now 18 says that a teacher was abusing him for years, gave him alcohol, money, other gifts. And in the caption here, it says the misconduct began in 2021 when the boy was 14. Nonetheless, she was able to walk around free for an extra 4 years without actually getting reported. Some more important information that I do not want to forget to mention is that a lot of times when people are younger, minors, whatever, will wait from 3 to 18 years to actually report on said case, which is on average about a decade or so. So a lot of times you see these percentages and they're really high, right? Like, oh, trust me when I tell you it's a lot higher than that, bro. Because add up all the ones that are undocumented, all the cases that are, you know, untalked about, the ones that are swept under the rug, you know, we keep it on hush mode. I wouldn't be surprised if you double it, give it to the next person, you know? That 1 out of 10 might really be like 2 to 3 out of 10. Is that crazy to say? Oh, by the way, that only counts like talking, touching, but if you want to count like cheese pizza or, you know, inappropriate imagery, that's probably a whole different other statistic that we didn't really combine into one. Also, the statistic that we read earlier was that this is mostly men, 89% to be exact, but I definitely did see a lot of like incidents in my schools with kind of suspect behavior coming from women teachers. If you're a girl, maybe you can relate, because I've seen it firsthand where it's like younger English teacher and she's like low-key flirting with the athletes while also like talking down to the girls in the classroom. I don't know, it's like a weird dynamic. And recently
it's always the English teachers with the athletic boys and the PE teachers with the girls, bro. That's usually how it goes damn near 9 times out of 10.
Seeing an uprising in a lot of like women PDFs. For example, high school teacher is facing charges of having a relationship with a 16-year-old student. And
I don't think there's an uprising in women PDFs. I think there's just as many women as men, bro. It's just been normalized that like women are okay. Like, you know, they even made movies. Remember that movie with Adam Sandler where the lady fucked her student? It's kind of like a hell yeah thing. Like, even if you like, let's say you was to tell someone in the neighborhood like, yeah, like I fucked my teacher. Really? Man, give me dap. Yeah. Men are usually not seen as victims, bro. So I think it's been around. You know, everybody has the will to do bad. So I mean, I feel like lately it's just been starting to get reported more because of like the newer generation and the culture of like, yo, men are victims too. So you know, someone.
Of course, in the comment section, where the hell were these teachers back in the day? 3,000 likes, you know, just glorifying crazy behavior. But unfortunately, you're a dumbass who weren't raised properly by two loving parents, isn't very smart, is low IQ, and deserves to get smacked in the back of the head. This boy might have had the best day of his life, and this is a woman. Too pretty to be messing with kids, as if like you gotta be ugly to do it. Is it like, okay, if you're ugly, it's fine, but if you're pretty, you know, you can't. There's a married teacher in Florida who was accused of being with a 14-year-old in a classroom during lunchtime for an entire year. Yuck, yikes. And then married teacher accused of having relations with a student over 50 times faces 60 years with new charges. A broke kid in high school has more leverage than her grown bill-paying husband. Wow. 60 years for what? Giving him the best years of his life. Let's be real, the student hit the jackpot. And I feel like these people have never really had an encounter with PDF, because I know people, men who were involved with women who were older, and like they, one, regret it, and two, had trauma from it, bro. All these people were just glorifying it, being like, oh, big bro, he's so cool, he's so, you know, you're weird. And you also don't know what it's like, so why are you talking like that, bro? Do you understand how many undocumented cases go by every day? Day by day, these people scoot underneath the rug, and this person is being reported with 60 years. Why do you think that's happening? Because he probably reported her. He was not having the time of his life. He was actually indoctrinated by society and told that he was supposed to like this, and then he found out this is wrong, and then he probably freaking reported it. Be wary, you never really know who's going through what and what's taking place unless you really know. But if you see suspicious behavior, please tell somebody something about it, bro. I didn't really understand what was suspicious, what was not, and what was normal and what was not. So I was like, okay, this is how it is, I guess. This teacher is just freaking bending over in front of people because I guess this teacher just wearing this type of weird outfit just because, I guess. This teacher is being oddly nice to the athletes because I guess that's normal. And my freaking middle school teacher having a plaster of a bunch of girls on his wall who were all freaking 12 is all out of kindness, I guess. Now, as far as why this is happening, I don't really know too much. I have a couple inferences. To me, the immediate things that stand out about a teacher and a student, like the dynamic, is definitely like the power thing. You're looking up to, you know, the professor. As a professor, you know, you have all the control. So a lot of times the professor might feel that like dominance, as crazy as it is, and feel like they need to assert that dominance. Besides, I don't know, freaking teaching the math problem properly, okay? Be dominant there, bro. Be dominant in making sure your students get the proper education, okay? Be dominant during the lesson planning, okay? Make a good lesson. As a matter of fact, the amount of freaking teachers I had that couldn't teach a proper lesson actually is infuriating. Don't let me get off topic. The education system is pretty underpaying, correct? I'm guessing they don't really do proper screening a lot of times. And let's face it, bro. You know what a PDF's dream is? An institution full of young individuals in one place. You know what that is? School. Literally school.
Rotating in and out, bro. Rotating in and out. Oh my god. And think of like college professors, bro. Yo, bro. Cause they know, bro. College professors get away with it. While they are legal age, yes, they get away with it because they know, like, it's obvious most people that go into college, especially freshmen, don't give a fuck. Party, stay out all night. Party. Get drunk, get fucked. Them grades start to slip. Stop by my office after class. What you want to do for them grades? Especially like the... Don't even get me started. I ain't even about to go there. But you know, the girls who offer it up to get good grades and shit. It's just bad, bro. Bad. I couldn't fuck. Even no matter how old I get, I cannot fuck with a girl under 20. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's me, bro. I know some people, like, I find it weird when niggas go after straight 18-year-olds. Check them niggas' hard drives. Anyway, that's me. I hope you have a good day, and I love y'all. Peace. This the place I got to. The world, sky, that's a blue, it's like